Okay. So here we are with Nunn on 3 interview. Nunn on 1 is the channel that we've been doing.
Awesome.
So introduce yourself first.
Sure. Hi, I'm Alexandra Kay.
I'm Cooper Allen.
I'm Thomas Mack.
Nice. And I'm Jerry Nunn. So here we go. So just tell me a little bit about where everyone's from. I think you're from Waterloo.
I am. I'm from Waterloo, Illinois. I'm currently living in Nashville, but I also still have a place back in Illinois as well, where my fiance spends most of his time. So I travel back and forth from Nashville quite often, so I can spend a couple days a week with him.
Well, it's a pretty drive.
It is. It feels like nothing anymore. I've been commuting for like 2 years. So
Right, nice.
yeah.
I'm from the greatest city on earth, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Okay.
R.J. Reynolds Tobacco, Texas Pete hot sauce, and home of Chris Paul.
Okay.
We might get a little NBA championship out of the guy. So
Nice.
Dash City, baby, 336.
There you go, represented. Okay.
Anything else? No?
I can go on for a while. If you'd like me to.
I'm Thomas Mack. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and I live in Nashville now.
Sure.
Oh, okay. So
Not that proud of where you're from.
well, tell me about how. Okay, so I grew up in Nashville. I went to school there. You know, went to Hendersonville. I don't know if you know what Hendersonville is, but
Absolutely.
Okay. So I go back every year, but I moved up here to kind of get away from everything. And now it's such a hopping, crazy place.
It is.
So tell me what it's like now. Like how, you know, how things going and all that. What do you love it?
Crazy now.
It's great. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the pandemic is just over and everybody's back to living life, and country music is back, and live music is back, and it's hopping. It's crazy. Lots of people. Which, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I stay away from Broadway. You guys go to?
Oh, I love some time on Broadway.
Cooper is Broadway.
Well, it's,
man.
whenever you have friends in town, you gotta take them to Broadway.
Exactly.
And when you live in Nashville, all your friends suddenly want to come visit you in Nashville. And people you didn't even know, like third cousins, are coming to Nashville to
Yeah.
visit you, and you gotta go down.
Right.
It is like Nash Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like the
It
Vegas
really is.
100%.
bachelorette parties everywhere. Crazy.
I feel like it's like Vegas in a way that you really only need 3 days there because you're pretty hungover by the 4th, and you need to sleep in a lot of water. So yeah, but I am the same. When people come into town, we go downtown, but like.
But
other than that,
outside of downtown,
it's so busy.
It's a super cool city, but
It
it's
really
not quite
is.
as hectic. I mean,
Right.
it feels like you're, in a Charlotte or like in Atlanta or something. It's just
Yeah.
a cool city. A lot
It
of
really
restaurants,
is.
bars, everything.
Is it
Great
hard to get
food.
on the radio, and what are the challenges of trying to get on the radio there and getting played in Nashville? Is it just like
That's really
It's
hard.
very hard,
Yeah.
especially since we're all independent artists.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
Okay. Just kidding for you.
he's kidding.
He's on 24 seconds as on station.
Yeah, it's tough,
Don't
especially
less
because
radio.
we're all independent artists, and that's why we're doing this tour independently. And we just kind of decided that we were gonna say screw it and kind of do everything on our terms. And so sure,
Yeah.
we're scratching and clawing like everybody else, but
Right.
we all hope that radio is in our future. But right now, we're just trying to play to the fans, which is why we're out on the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the industry is different now.
Oh, yeah.
There's different ways to do it, obviously. Why is it called the Real Life Tour?
Because we are all on TikTok.
Okay.
And so we have especially over the pandemic for me, but
Yeah.
we all just saw a spike in our social media numbers, and we were really able to connect with our fans via the TikTok app, as well as Instagram, now that they've added the Reels feature, and just posting different videos of us singing. We've collaborated a lot. Cooper's thing is mashups.
Yeah. That's
So,
okay.
do you want to tell them about your mashups?
Tell me.
Just what it was a really useless talent before TikTok, and then you just throw as many songs as you can
Don't
in
belittle
like
yourself.
60 seconds.
It still is a useless now.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, man.
But how do you decide who goes together and what works? And how does that?
It all just kind of flows, man. You'd be surprised that Red Hot Chili Peppers can mix with George Strait. They can mix with Outkast.
That is true. That's cool.
Yeah. Which is cool, and then people are like, how does he do that?
Yeah.
But some of the things, some of the chords and stuff are similar, right? There's some things that
Well, in music, there's only so many chords and so many notes, so everybody, you're always using, music is all just copying each other in just a little bit different of a way. So
Right.
that's kind of why it works.
Yeah, and we've all had a lot of time to be indoors, and it's a thing to do.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And I mean, Thomas's thing is he does like a lot of parody stuff. He writes.
Oh.
I mean, if you can't tell, he's got a horrible sense of humor.
Funny.
He's on all the time. Everything's a bit. So That's kind of how he popped off on TikTok, was doing like funny, like satire kind of songs. I did this thing where I was pouring my coffee in the morning and I would sing a different song every morning. And so all of a sudden, like, our social media numbers shot up. We were all releasing our own music, our streams shot up. And so we just wanted to give everybody who's been watching us and streaming us for so long the opportunity to see us in real life. Yeah. So that's why we call it the In Real Life Tour.
And we've been doing this for a really long time, each individually, but it's like in the past year and a half we've developed that fan base. So now we're really seriously touring, for the first time to people that are very willingly buying tickets to come see us play. And it's been really cool. And seeing them face to face is just very special.
And how did you guys meet? In a nutshell, I know these can get long.
I met Thomas Mack through, we used to have the same booking agent, and so I went out on 28 city tour called the Dakar Dreamer Tour in 2018, I believe, and Thomas opened for me on a couple of the dates, and so that's how we met and just became friends. And Thomas was actually the first of us to pop off on TikTok. So him and I just rode his coattails on TikTok for a while. And I was like, you want to do some videos? And we became friends because he was just going viral. Everything he posted was going viral.
That's why we became friends. She goes, we became friends.
The truth comes out on the Nunn Network.
Yes. Yeah, it worked for the Kardashians.
No.
Oh, the feelings mutual. It's okay.
They came out wrong. But we were collaborating a lot, and then Thomas joined 615.
Yeah, so a couple of us that had started to develop followings on TikTok started the 615 House last year and just got together and we would just make content and hang out in a house and become friends with each other. That's how Thomas and I met, and I guess sort of became kind of friends. And then he introduced me to Alexandra, and we became fast friends, and it just all, we really clicked.
We all really clicked, yeah. It's been cool.
Yeah.
It's very rare you meet people. They're just good people who have the same morals as you and the same goals as you, and we all have the same mentality, really, and we just want to see each other do good.
Nice. Yeah, I can see the chemistry.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. And it's important because, as you rise to fame, you got to find people who can trust.
Yeah.
And all that. So.
Well, it's really nice to be able to we actually connected, through all of it, and so it's nice to be able to talk about the highs and the lows as well. It's always nice to have people around you that understand what you're going through because they go through it too. Especially as an independent artist, like your life is like this, and so to be able to find common ground with people really helps.
How's your life again? Your shows?
It's like this.
It's like a roller coaster.
I like what you said.
Up and down. Well, yes. I watched West Side. I really watched your
thank
part.
you.
Actually, I just fast forward through some times a year.
Well, thank you.
But I remember that name Pia, and then I looked up and I had met her and I met her.
Yes.
On a long time ago.
Oh my gosh, she's the sweetest human being.
Yeah.
Just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. I mean, incredible.
Well,
And one of the best vocalists of our generation.
She did. She blew it out of the water.
She does it every time.
Yeah.
I mean, she's incredible. She's like Celine Dion, all over again. It's crazy.
Yes.
But yeah.
But I mean, it still struggles. Like that's what the show is kind of about. All these people that are really talented, that are just their everyday struggles.
Yeah, and I mean that was something that was we all kind of found common ground on because Pia had her American Idol where she was up here and then she had a record deal and that didn't work out and I had just gone. I really just gained a fan base on Facebook at the time and had a lot of videos that were just really, really viral, and then I got signed to a record label, and then I lost that record deal, and so we were all kind of in the same where we had seen it a little bit, but then we ended up back at the bottom, and so we all kind of found common ground there, and then to come together and to create this show that's so real and raw, and I mean, they didn't edit anything out, and that's the
it's all
anything,
there.
it's all there,
Yeah.
and so that was another really incredible thing is the fact that I was the only country artist, and then you had Taz, who was Latina, and you had Pia, who was pop, and you had James, who was rock, and Leo was R&B and rap, and there was just everybody was from completely different worlds, and we all just became like a family. It was really, really cool.
That's cool, and it's a different way to market things too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like some attention and all that. So and how do you feel with reality stuff, like all of the behind the scenes and those personal things that they show?
Yeah. I kind of knew what I was signing up for.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I had done enough kind of TV stuff that I knew that there is a chance that they could twist our words a certain way, or they could edit a certain way. And so, to be completely honest, like, I know that you see a lot of drama in the show and that you don't see me a lot in the beginning, because I was just genuinely happy to be there. I got moved out to Los Angeles to shoot a show on Netflix. So to be honest, I was on cloud nine the entire time. It was stressful, but you know, you learn to be mic'd up 16 hours a day for 2 years.
Yeah.
So you know that there are things that you should say and things that you shouldn't say. But as soon, I'm not gonna lie, like, a lot of people don't know this, but like, as soon as I was gonna say something and I would unplug my mic, I mean, like, a production within seconds would be like, Alexandra, plug your mic back in. I mean, they can see our lights, like when our mics are like, you know, because they want to get it all.
Yes.
So
every minute.
Every minute.
Going to the bathroom.
Exactly.
You couldn't even go to the bathroom, right?
No, we would have to keep our mics plugged in.
Oh my God.
So it was, and don't get me wrong, we worked with an incredible
I'm doing it
crew.
right now.
And the show was amazing, but I learned a lot. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's cool.
And there's a lot about being homesick. Does everyone get really homesick on the road?
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about that. What's that like?
I miss my nephews, my nieces, my brothers, my sisters, but you know, I call them, I FaceTime them, and I missed a few birthdays, but I always make it up to them. I'm an extra nice toy. Talking about my brother.
Maybe a bionic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think my whole family lives in Winston-Salem, and I'm spoiled because I get to see them a lot, and Winston isn't that far from Nashville. But, you know, they're all together, and I'm not there, and you miss them, and it's awesome. I love growing up in Winston-Salem, love being in North Carolina, so it's kind of, it's tough not being there, but, you know, my family is so awesome, so supportive of what I do, that it really makes it a lot easier, because we just talk all the time, and then I go home and see them all the time. So.
You guys are. And you're about to get married?
Yes.
And so you're away from your fiance all this time and trying to plan a wedding? How is that even possible?
Well, that's crazy. But I mean, as you saw on West Side, I mean, I lived for the first 5 months without him in Los Angeles until I moved out there. And then there have been times when he worked on the pipeline for a really long time, and we spent 6 months away from each other. We've done distance a lot. So this isn't too bad. He came out to a couple of the shows the other day. He was in Pittsburgh. He was in Detroit with us. And
We had some fun with Indy.
yeah, he's a good time. The wedding planning has been extremely stressful, but good thing is I have a lot of really great friends and family that are taking on a lot of this stuff. They're like, do you like this? Just sending things in text messages and really helping me. So, yeah.
Is there one thing you have to have at your wedding that you just have to have? It's
Miller, besides Miller Lite,
Miller Lite.
just not a, I have to have that there. I would say, oh yeah,
Are they invited?
Us.
yeah, Cooper will be there, Thomas
Okay.
will be there, and Indy. That's really all I need in my family.
Okay.
You know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. And then talk about new music. You guys have some music coming out to me about anything.
I have a new single out. It's called How Do We Go? And it's, of course, a ballad, because why wouldn't it be? And it's a very heartbreaking song just about trying to hold on in a relationship where you feel like you guys are drifting apart. And I wrote it with Matt Wynn and Lizzie Cates, and it's out now. And then my next single will be out sometime in September, and it's a drinking song called Tomboys.
Oh.
That song's been kicking some butts.
Okay, people like it already.
Just
Yeah,
nuts.
it's been really,
Nuts.
really fun to play. So I can't wait to finally get like a party song out. I'm always like, here's another sad one. You know?
Right. Well, it's hard to do the sad ones when they're at a honky tonk club.
It is. It's really, really hard, and I've kind of found that on this tour. But I just try to tell the stories behind the songs and really get the crowd engaged to listen to the song. Once they know the backstory, they're more apt to really pay attention. So it's been fun.
I had a single come out, it was about 2 weeks ago. It was a country remix of Colt 45 and Two Zigzags, the old Afro Man song came out about 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I posted it as a joke on TikTok, and I was like, no way, anybody's going to think this is cool. But some people kind of thought it was cool, so we decided to record it and release it, and it's done some cool stuff, which is awesome. And
Oh, yeah, it hasn't streamed well at all, right? I mean, what are we
People are going
thinking?
crazy.
Just no streams.
It's like 2 million streams in the first
okay.
couple weeks, I
In the
think.
first 2
Yeah,
weeks.
it's casual.
Oh, it's just nothing.
Casual stuff.
2 million streams and about 3 million hate comments.
Do not read the comments. Let me tell you, do not read the
Oh,
comments.
the comments, we can't, yeah.
Oh.
Crush your soul. Do not read the comments.
Oh, people are hilarious.
They just sit back and like with this interview, they'll be like, "What kind of question was that?" You know, you're like,
Yeah.
you know, valid question.
Yeah, right.
You know, like they come after you.
Yeah.
They're
They do.
behind the keyboards, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Right.
Haters will
Thank you. I
yes.
appreciate that.
And the 2 million counts.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about numbers, so yeah.
Exactly. So some people like it. So it's been fun just releasing more music going forward. So gonna keep it going.
Great.
And I have an EP that just dropped. It's called One Week in the Beach. A bunch of feel-good beach summer songs. You can go and listen to it.
Okay. Well, we're right by the beach. We
Yeah.
just go outside and sing some songs on the beach.
Yeah, that's right.
But so yeah. So have you guys been to Chicago much? Is this the first
It's
time?
my second time in Chicago. I love it.
I have. My aunt lives here.
Okay.
So I've been here quite often.
Okay.
I used to come as a kid. My parents love Chicago. They've done a marathon a couple times. So
Ooh.
we would come up and go to concerts and Cubs games, White Sox games. And went to a Spin Doctors concert here once.
Well, that's great.
I cried the whole time, but it was freaking awesome.
You cried at the Spin Doctors?
I was like 6, and my brother was really excited. I was being a little brat.
Yeah, you just needed a nap, dog.
I didn't know. Run around with a Michael Jordan jersey on, looking like an idiot.
Okay. All right. So talk about. Let's see. I wanted to go through musicals. So like your musical started with musicals, right?
I did.
You know,
So
yeah?
that's what her
Yeah.
background is.
Musical theater.
What?
Could you perform a little number?
She might do a little something.
Oh my god.
What's your favorite?
Hairspray.
Hairspray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Hairspray is my favorite. It, for some reason, just always has been. I also love Rent. I also love The Color Purple. I loved wait, was The Color Purple a play or a musical?
They made it to musical.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I loved The Color Purple. I liked Wicked. I wasn't a crazy Wicked. You know how people become like obsessed with Wicked.
Yeah.
I liked it, but it didn't do it like Hairspray did for me. I don't know why.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's super campy. And I like the old movie, and then to see.
Yeah.
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 So fun.
So yeah, those are. I guess those are like my favorites.
Nice.
Tough.
Cooper,
I think we would like to both say, I think we both agree on this, that Mamma Mia is the greatest
Mamma
musical
Mia
of all
as well.
time.
Yes, sorry, I forgot Mamma
That's
Mia.
true. Me and Coop
We
concur on
can
that.
talk about ABBA.
We could sing you the whole
Really?
soundtrack
The whole
and any
interview.
other ABBA song.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I bet you didn't know.
I actually did. I actually did know that Cooper really loved Mamma Mia. I didn't know that you did.
When you near me, darling.
Oh, see?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. I should have brought some drag. We could have done all that.
Yeah.
Right here on Locker.
RuPaul's Drag Race is one of my favorite shows.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you watching All Stars? The new one?
I'm not watching All Stars right now. I got into it so late that it was one of those things where I didn't have anything to watch, and I pulled it up. I had just finished like crazy amount of seasons of Project Runway,
Yes.
and I was like, I want something else that's like really campy, and so I turned on RuPaul's Drag Race like first season and just watched however many that they had on Hulu,
Yeah.
and became obsessed.
Uh-huh.
Obsessed.
Who's your favorite?
I do, and now I'm forgetting.
Which season?
I think it was only like 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, I have
You remember.
Redhead.
Man, gosh. It's big, so it's really not really.
Jinx Monsoon.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jinx Monsoon. Oh,
Jinx Monsoon.
yes.
Jinx Monsoon
Right.
was my favorite.
Who sings
Yep.
live and
Yep.
has like Hedwig and all of that. So
Yep.
it's very musical. It's all coming here. See?
Yeah, for sure.
We've all got together. Okay, so just a couple of questions. I made a game. It's called Alexandra. Are you okay? Okay, so it's
No.
Alexandra's exactly when she was about.
So I'm just gonna judge from your answers to these. So you get choices.
Oh my gosh,
everyone can join that. Okay.
Okay, I love
Okay,
this.
I'm gonna judge it.
I'm
for
really
you.
excited for
I'm
this.
scared, so they
scared
don't know
too.
that I'm okay. Okay.
No, it's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts?
Starbucks.
From coffee?
Yeah.
Duncan.
Duncan.
But Krispy Kreme, really.
Right.
You know what? I'm exact same answer. Exact same answer.
Okay.